Okay, today I'm here to talk to you about Hernan Cortez, the great Spanish conquistador who would conquer the Aztec Empire. He was born in 1485 in Medellin, Spain, to a lesser noble family. When he was 14, they would send him to study law at the University of Salamanca, where his studies were unhappy and he was restless due to his fantasizing of exploring the New World just like Christopher Columbus. Then in 1504, at the age of 19, he would do so when he would leave Spain for the New World. In his first 7 years, he would work as a farmer. Then in 1511, he would join Diego Velázquez's conquest in Cuba. Now, eventually, he would work up in the ranks, and then he would serve as a mayor in Santiago for a short period of time. Then in 1518, he would plead with Diego, now the governor of Cuba, to lead a conquest into Mexico. Diego would agree, but shortly after, he would cancel the expedition due to suspicion of Hernan's intentions. Hernan would deny orders and sail for Mexico with 500 men and 11 ships. Then in early 1519, he would land into the coast of Mexico. Quickly, he would brutally conquer many villages. Others would become his allies because of their hatred for the Aztec Empire. So his army would grow from 500 men to a massive army. Eventually, he would march into the Aztec Empire and into the capital city, where he was welcomed because the Aztecs thought he was a returning god. They were wrong. Shortly after returning, he would take their emperor hostage, hold him against his people, and while his army raided the city. He would eventually learn that a Spanish force sent by Diego would land on the coast, so he would retreat with part of his force to meet the Spanish force, which he defeated. He would then return to the capital of the Aztec Empire, which was now in full rebellion against him. He would be forced to retreat. Now, while regrouping, a massive smallpox incursion would devastate the Aztec Empire. So in 1521, when he would re-enter the capital city, he saw how devastated and destroyed in what was left of this once great empire. He would then rename and rebuild the city, named Mexico City, and he would eventually become the governor of what was called New Spain and what is modern-day Latin America. Shortly after, he would put down a rebellion in Honduras. Upon returning into Mexico, he would be stripped of his governorship out of fear of too much power by the King of Spain. He would then return to Spain to plea to be made the governor of New Spain again, which was denied. He would then spend his rest of his life looking for acknowledgement and rewards for his conquest into Mexico. But he will always be known as the man who conquered the great Aztec Empire.